So, administration and management, meaning and nature. Administration for implementing policy, coordinating resource, day-to-day operation, process-oriented and rule-bound activity. Management, decision-making, planning, organizing, leading, controlling, result-oriented. Public administration, government machinery, public service delivery, policy implementation, public interest focus, statutory basis. Key characteristics: hierarchical structure, legal rational authority, bureaucratic process, accountability to citizen, democratic value, service orientation. Significance: governance framework, backbone of government functioning, policy implementation vehicle, public service delivery mechanism. Economic development, resource allocation, infrastructure development, public investment, market regulation. Social welfare, service accessibility, equity promotion, social security implementation, right protection, democratic value, transparency, accountability, rule of law, citizen participation. Crisis management, disaster response, pandemic handling, resource mobilization during emergencies. Role in developing society, developed society. Regulatory focus, market oversight, environmental protection, consumer protection, antitrust regulation. Service quality, citizen satisfaction, research increasingly important, performance measurement, quality standard, user feedback. E-governance, digital transformation, self-service, governance model, automated service delivery, data-driven decision making, public-private partnership, collaborative governance, outsourcing, market-based solution, efficiency focus, post-NPM trade, digital era governance, new Weberian state, public value paradigm, network governance. Developing society, development administration, socio-economic transformation, capacity building, institutional building, planned change, infrastructure creation, basic service provision, public work, essential infrastructure development. Challenge: resource constraint, capacity limitation, corruption, political interference, bureaucratic rigidity. Reform agenda: administrative modernization, capacity enhancement, transparency initiative, anti-corruption measure. Technological adaptation, digital divide challenge, enterprise resource plan, implementation difficulty in public sector and information security gaps. Evolution of public administration as discipline, historical development, traditional phase, principal approach, scientific management, post-scope, political administrative dichotomy, human behavioral phase, behavioral approach, informal organization, group dynamics, motivation theory. Post World War II, system approach, decision making theory, comparative administration, development administration. New public administration, origin 1968, Minno Group Conference, response to turbulence, social context, critique of traditional public administration. Key value: social equity, client focus, citizen participation, administrative focus, administrative ethics. Theoretical foundation, democratic theory, social justice, post-positivism, critical theory. Implication: value-laden administration, administrator as a change agent, anti-bureaucratic stance. Approach to study of public administration, historical approach, evolution focus, institutional development, administration reform study. Legal institution approach, rules procedure, formal structure, constitutional framework, behavioral approach, human aspect, group dynamics, motivation, leadership, organization behavior. System approach, holistic view, input, process, output, environment interaction, feedback mechanism. Ecological approach, cultural context, socio-economic factor, environment influence. Public choice approach, economic model, rational choice, self-interest perspective, market mechanism. Critical realism, emerging philosophy, perspective, alternative to pragmatism and positivism, and application to public value governance. Concept of power, authority, legitimacy, responsibility, and delegation. Power, ability to influence, control over resource, decision making capacity. Type: formal, informal, expert, referent, coercive, reward, and residual. And referent and coercive. Power dynamics, political constraints, bureaucratic power, citizen empower. Power distribution, centralization versus decentralization, power concentration issue, political control mechanism. Authority, characteristic, legitimate power, position based, hierarchy, rule bound. Type: Weberian, traditional, charismatic, legal, rational. Authority relation, superior subordinate, change of demand, change of command, and span of control. Challenge: authority erosion, questioning of bureaucratic authority, network governance implementation. Legitimacy, foundational, legal basis, popular acceptance, constitutional provision, democratic mandate. Type: input legitimacy, output legitimacy, throughput legitimacy. Legitimacy crisis, public interest deficit, performance expectation gap, accountability failure, enhancing legitimacy, transparency, participation, performance, responsiveness, value creation. Responsibility type: objective, subjective, administrative, political, legal, professional. Accountability: relationship to whom, for what, how, when, consequence. Democratic authority: liberal democratic accountability standard, right protection, truth claims, professional defense. Mechanism: reporting, performance, evaluation, oversight, audit, and public scrutiny. Delegation: process, authority transfer, task assignment, monitoring, and feedback. Principle: parity principle, like should treat alike, unity of command, scalar principle, functional definition. Challenge: accountability, maintenance, oversight, requirement, information asymmetry. Benefits: efficiency, specialization, skill development, organizational flexibility. Principle of organ: hierarchy, characteristic, vertical authority relation, level of management, change of command. Function: coordination, control, information flow, decision implementation. Modern adaptation: flatter structure, metric organization, project teams, network form. Digital era implication: virtual hierarchies, remote supervision, digital reporting, relationship. Span of control: definition, number of subordinate reporting to superior. Determinants: task complexity, subordinate capability, similarity of function, geographic proximity. Type: wide span, narrow span, optimal span. Trend: wider span with technology. Self-managed teams reduce middle management. Unity of command. Principle: single reporting relationship, clear supervisory authority, unified direction. Benefit: clear accountability, reduce conflict, consistent direction, coordinated effort. Challenge: matrix structure, cross-functional team, multiple project assignments. Modern application: modified approaches, dotted line relationship, team-based organization. Functions of management: corporate governance and social responsibility. Management function: planning, goal setting, strategy formulation, resource forecasting, contingency planning. Organization: structure design, role definition, resource allocation, coordination mechanism. Staffing: recruitment, selection, placement, training, development, performance management. Directing: leadership, motivation, communication, supervision, guidance. Controlling: standard setting, performance measurement, deviation correlation, feedback mechanism. Coordination: horizontal, vertical, internal, external, interdepartmental, and intradepartmental. Corporate governance in public sector. Principle: transparency, accountability, fairness, responsibility. Mechanism: board structure, audit committees, disclosure requirements, performance reporting. Challenge: political interference, bureaucratic constraint, multiple stakeholders. Recent development: public account scrutiny, financial transparency requirements, parliamentary oversight. Social responsibility dimension: economic, legal, ethical, philanthropy. Public sector focus: social equity, environmental sustainability, community engagement, and ethical conduct. Implementing tool: CSR policy, sustainability reporting, social audit, stakeholder consultation. Social enterprise integration, grounding research focus, public service delivery innovation, hybrid organization form. New dimension of new public management, change management. NPM core principle: market mechanism, performance orientation, customer focus, disaggregation, incentivization. Tool: contracting out, performance measure, decentralization, competition, and agency creation. Critique: democratic deficit, fragmentation, short-termism, equity concern, coordination problem. Post-NPM development: digital era governance, join-up government, whole of government approach. New public service value: public interest, democratic citizenship, civic engagement, citizen empowerment. Focus areas: service citizen, public interest pursuit, value citizenship, think strategically, act democratically. Implementation: collaborative governance, participatory process, co-production, value-based management. Difference from NPA: people as citizen versus customer, community building versus market mechanism. Digital transformation: e-governance evolution, information permission, transaction service transform governance. Self-service governance, data constellation approach, citizen direct access, reduce bureaucratic process. Information security challenge: vulnerability to attack, certificate chain issue, standard adoption gap. Collaborative network model: avail public administration structure, inter-organization collaboration, citizen government network. Change management approach: planned change, emergent change, contingency approach, system perspective. Success factor: leadership, commitment, stakeholder engagement, communication, training, and resource allocation. Resistance management: participation, education, communication, facilitation, negotiation. Public sector challenge: political cycle, legal concern, multiple legal constraint, multiple stakeholder, public scrutiny, and risk aversion. Attitude versus value of civil service. Ethics in civil service: core value, integrity, honesty, objectivity, impartiality, accountability, and transparency. Ethical dilemmas: political administrative interference, public interest versus rule, resource allocation, conflicting demand, ethical framework, utilitarianism, deontological, virtue ethics, justice-based ethics, and care ethics. Ethics management, code of conduct, training, leadership example, whistleblower protection, and ethics audit. Integrity, component, honesty, consistency, moral courage, principle-based action. Institutional mechanism, anti-corruption bodies, transparency initiative, audit system, and integrity testing. Challenge, corruption pressure, political interference, resource constraint, cultural factor. International standard, UNCSC provision, OECD guideline, integrity indicator, best practices. Impartiality and non-partisanship. Definition, freedom from bias, political neutrality, fair treatment, objective decision making. Constitutional provision, Article 311 protection, civil service rule, conduct regulation. Challenge, political pressure, personal bias, cultural influence, media scrutiny. Safeguard, fixed tenure, independent commissions, transparent process, merit-based system. Dedication to public service, motivation factor, public service motivation, altruism, civic duty, policy making attraction, professional identity, service ethos, commitment to public good, professional standard, recognition mechanism, award, career advancements, professional development, public acknowledgement. Sustainability challenge, maintaining motivation, work-life balance, reasonable workload, supportive environment. Generalist versus specialist, historical constant, IS dominance, specialized service evaluation, technical expertise requirement. Comparative advancements, generalist coordinated capacity, specialist domain expertise. Integration challenge, communication barrier, cultural difference, status differential, career path variation. Modern approach, lateral entry, domain specialization with generalist service, collaborative frameworks, matrix structure. Control over administration, legislative control mechanism, parliamentary question, debate committee, budget approval, zero hour, calling attention motion. Committees, public account committee, estimate committee, departmental standing committee. Limitation, technical complexity, information asymmetry, party discipline, time constraint, executive dominance. Effectiveness factor, opposition strength, media attention, civil society vigilance, legislative capacity. Executive control, internal control, hierarchical supervision, rule and regulation, internal inspection, performance review. External control, cabinet oversight, PMO monitoring, interministerial coordination, policy direction. Specialized agency, Central Vigilance Commission, Controller and Auditor General, Central Bureau of Investigation. Limitation, political concentration, information filtering, coordination failure, implementation gap. Judicial control mechanism, judicial review, writ jurisdiction, public interest litigation, administrative tribunal. Legal doctrine, principle of proportionality, natural justice, legitimate expectation, reasonableness. Key limitations, technical expertise, time delay, cost, execution implementation, judicial overreach concern. Recent trend, growing judicial activism, governance game filling, policy direction, executive accountability informant. Other control mechanism, media, investigative journalism, public opinion formation, whistleblower platform, information dissemination. Civil society, NGO watchdog, citizen movement, social audit, community monitoring. International bodies, donor conditionality, treaty obligation, performance ranking, peer review mechanism. Technology enabled social media scrutiny, RTI online platform, performance dashboard, grievance portal. Administrative setup in Rajasthan, Governor, Constitutional Corporation, Article 1532163, State Constitutional Head, appointment by President, power executive, legislative, judicial, discretionary, and emergency. Relationship with the Council of Ministers, Act on Aid and Advice Limited Discretionary Power, Special Responsibility, Tribal Area, Law and Order, University Chancellors. Chief Minister, Consultation, Position, Real Executive Head, Leader of Council of Ministers, Power and Function, Policy Formulation, Cabinet Formation, Interdepartmental Coordination, Crisis Management. Relationship with Governor, Aid and Advice Mechanism, Weekly Meeting, Information Sharing. Political role, Legislative Leadership, Party Management, Coalition Coordination, Public Communication. Council of Ministers, Constitution Framework, Article 163, Collective Responsibility, Individual Responsibility, Structure, Cabinet Minister, Minister of State, Deputy Minister, Portfolio Distribution, Key Department, important based on political consideration, decision making, Cabinet Meeting, Cabinet Committee, Circulation of Files, Group Discussion. State Secretaries, Structure, Department, Section, Cell, Special Unit. Function, Policy Formulation, Coordination, Monitoring, Budget Preparation, Legislative Business. Hierarchical Organization, Principal Secretary, Secretary, Special Secretary, Additional Secretary, Joint Secretary, Deputy Secretary, Under Secretary. Administration Department, GAD, Home, Finance, Planning, Personal, Law and other. Directorates, Relationship with Secretariat, policy versus implementation, administrative control, technical direction, major directorate, education, health, agriculture, industry, social welfare. Function, program implementation, field staff management, technical guidance, budget utilization, performance monitoring. Structural feature, function specialization, technical expertise, field orientation, operation focus. Chief Secretary, position head of civil service, principal advisor to CM, cabinet secretary. Function, interdepartmental coordination, crisis management, administrative leadership, CM office liaising. Commitment head, state level coordination committee, emergency committee, administrative reform committee. Relationship with political executive, with other secretaries, with field administration, with central government. District administration, district collector. Historical evolution, 1772 Warren Hastings reform, Cornelian Institute, post independence adaptations. Revenue function, land revenue collection, land record maintenance, land acquisition, relief distribution. Developmental role, district planning, scheme implementation, NGO coordination, resource mobilization. Law and order, preventive action, executive magistrate, crisis management, licensing authority. Coordination, district level committee, interdepartment coordination, agency function for state and center, superintendent of police, position district police head, IPS officer, law information leader. Function, crime prevention, investigation, law and order, VIP security, anti-corruption, intelligence gathering. Relationship with district collector, with judiciary, with public, with political executive. Modernization initiative, CCTNS, digital policing, community policing, specialized unit, women safety cell. Subdivision administration, SDO, SDM, subdivisional department, technical officer. Function, revenue administration, law and order, development coordination, public grievance, crisis management. Coordination mechanism, subdivisional committee, field inspection, program monitoring. Relationship with district headquarters, with tehsil administration, with local bodies, with citizens. Tehsil administration, key official, tehsildar, naib tehsildar, revenue inspector, patwari and other staff. Function, land revenue, record keeping, mutation, crop reporting, certificate insurance, public service delivery, land record, domicile, income, caste, agriculture and related service, computerization, e-dharti, RAS dhara, land record, digitalization, service delivery platform. Development administration, meaning administrative aspect of development plans, goal oriented administration, change oriented administration. Scope, economic development, social change, political modernization, administrative reform. Key characteristic, change orientation, goal focus, innovative approach, people's participation, technical expertise. Theoretical foundation, Friedrichs, Edward Widner, development administration versus cooperative public administration. Planning and implementation, planning process, multi-level planning, participatory planning, plan formation, resource allocation. Implementation challenge, resource constraints, or coordination problem, technical capacity, political interference. Monitoring mechanism, MIS, field inspection, third party evaluation, social audit, outcome budgeting. Evaluation framework, input output outcome, impact assessment, cost benefit analysis, sustainability analysis. Participatory development approach, bottom up planning, community mobilization, stakeholder consultation, user committee. Institutional mechanism, gram sabha, ward committee, user group, self-help group, cooperative. Benefit, ownership, sustainability, need based planning, resource optimization, social capital. Challenge, elite capture, capacity limitations, resource constraint, coordination issue, inclusion problem. Sustainable development, principle, intergenerational equity and environmental protection, social inclusion, economic viability. SDG integration, 17 goal, 169 target, localization, monitoring indicator, progress tracking. Climate change consideration, adaptation, mitigation, disaster risk reduction, resilience building. Green governance, environment impact assessment, green procurement, carbon footprint reduction, circular economy. State institution in Rajasthan, Rajasthan Human Rights Commission. Legal basis, Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 and its Rajasthan adaptation. Composition, chairperson, retired High Court Justice and 2 members. Function, human right violation, investigation, prison inspection, human right awareness, compensation, recommendation. Powers, civil court powers, summon witness, documents requisition and recommended to government. Rajasthan State Election Commission, constitution basis, Article 243K and 243ZA, constitutional body. Function, local body election conduct, delimitation, electoral roll preparation, polling supervision. Independence, autonomous functioning, removal process similar to High Court judge, administrative autonomy. Election management, Panchayat Raj Institute, urban local body, election staff deployment, model code of conduct. Lokayukt, legal framework, Rajasthan Lokayukt and UP Rajasthan Lokayukt Act. Then the jurisdiction, public servant, minister, MLA, government official and local bodies. Power, investigation, inquiry, recommendation, prosecution, recommendation, reporting to governor. Limitation, advisory role, no direct punishment power, dependent on government for action, resource constraint. That is RPSC. Constitutional body, Article 1315 to 323. Constitutional body, composition, chairman plus member, appointment by government function, recruitment, examination, interviews, promotion, disciplinary matter, consultation. Independence, fixed tenure removal, and through impeachment, financial autonomy, operation impedance, and removed by president. And Rajasthan guarantee delivery of public service act 2011. Key provision, time frame for service, designate officer, first and second appellate authority, penalties for delay. Services covered, revenue, registration, certificate, license, permission, social security and other. Implementation mechanism, online portal, SMS tracking, helpline, monthly review, penalty recovery. Citizen benefits, time-bound services, reduce corruption, transparency, accountability, appeal mechanism. Rajasthan Right to Hearing Act 2012, objective, grievance redressal, time-bound hearing, administrative accountability. Key provision, public hearing officer, appellate authority, complaint register, time limit, penalty for delays. And procedure, application submission, acknowledgement, hearing, resolution, appeal if required. Implementation, Sunwai portal, Jan Sunwai program, weekly hearing delay days, online tracking and performance monitoring. Then the key the current affairs. So fiscal parameter, deficit target, revenue projections, expenditure priorities, borrowing plan. Key sectors, health, education, agriculture, infrastructure, defense and social welfare. New scheme, allocation, objective, target, implementation, tax. So this is for today. So thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Rajasthan.